When y'all go commando, do y'all ever just start walking down the stairs and your ass start clapping? That's just me. My bad. Let's get right into this video though. So I'm gonna go me. You know what I'm saying? Another video about him. You know what I'm saying? He's probably one of the regulars. I be watching these niggas. You know what I'm saying? Regularly. You know what I'm saying? But we got Kai Cenat has finally fixed Streaming University. Now, granted, I like Streaming University last year. That was pretty cool. But I see what he's saying. There was a lot more teachers that I wanted to watch. I feel like the only teachers I watched was Dante and Agent. Everybody else was I want to say it was trash, but I just didn't. So I kind of forgot all the teachers. Hold on. That's gonna be another video I want to react to. My bad. But I don't really remember all the teachers. Oh, I remember DDG. DDG was bullshit. I ain't gonna lie. He was funny, but he was bullshitting. That nigga said dirty Mac in class. This shit's so nasty. Who else? Yeah, I really don't remember. Agent. I mean Duke. Duke was a gym teacher. Anyone else? Nah. Dante, Duke, Agent, DDG. Was any of the Clover boys? No, Clover wasn't teachers. Funny Mike was a super senior citizen. I mean, fuck it.
Streaming University was quite simple. You hear the words university, so you think, the biggest criticism about last year's Streaming University was quite simple. You hear the words university, so you think of classrooms, schools, higher learning, degrees, all of this stuff like that. But last year's Streaming University felt more like a content campus than an actual university.
I ain't the regular professor, nigga. I really let that bitch blow in this bitch. I don't give a fuck about this job.
India could walk in this goddamn room right now.
Oh, this nigga Ben. I thought he was a student. He was a teacher.
I ain't never met her. She could turn her head and say, nigga, I need
Hey, well, he did. She's tricking. This nigga wild, man.
that. What fucking how much? I see how much I got in my wallet. You know what I'm saying? It just depends on what number you at.
While those are important life lessons that I think Ben Dadon
Niggas bullshit, bro. Niggas bullshit.
What a university actually is. This year, I think that there was a solve though. The professors from this year's Streamer University were brilliant. They were genius. He brought in creators to be professors that had expertise in content strategy, networking, branding, and production.
Out of a lot of things that I pay attention to the most, I pay attention to the classes on this campus. And genuinely, when you could just focus real quick and just listen in a lot of these people's classes, you're going to leave with something that you have learned brand new.
And for the first time, the classes felt like the most important thing at Streamer University. If you're new to this and you haven't already, please hit
new to this, not true to this. Stop playing with a nigga. My bad.
For the channel. Think about it.
Yeah, make sure to subscribe to me too. I'm starting to do that now. I'm a YouTuber, bitch. Well, I'm a streamer and a YouTuber. Fuck. Whoa. You wanna subscribe, motherfucker? Dead ass. I'm dead ass.
80,000 subscribers. Woo. Community.
I'm trying to get that too.
These lessons
I'm trying to get that too.
We are only
At me.
So get in early while you can. Now, back into the video.
That's me.
Right now is probably one of the most important videos that I have made because if you are someone
right, young man, yo, who the F is this?
To be a streamer or content creator, you need to tap into this one. Last year, Agent 00's classes stood out because he approached teaching like it was a real responsibility. He didn't only enter these classrooms to entertain people or manufacture clips. He gave out the game that he so desperately desired in his years of coming up in content creation. And through all the years of learning these things, he put it into a package and presentation that could be easily digestible and could impact people. This year,
I keep hitting my mic.
Expanded on this approach. And I think there's no.
Yeah, the agents, ain't gonna lie, if y'all, I get it, like, people want to go to Streamer University, but even if you wasn't in Streamer University, definitely watch Agent shit and Lugwood shit. Shit could be cool, but, like, if Agent and Lugwood wasn't having a class, and I was goofing around, I was mostly just watching Rage, I ain't gonna lie. Like, I always had my dedicated streamer, because Rage was dead as the only nigga I was sub to, but then I bought Turbo, well, I got it for free. But I might cancel that bitch right now, actually. But I got a free trial of Turbo. Then I really locked it. Ain't gonna lie. I was watching everybody. But last year I was just watching Dante because I didn't have premium. I didn't have other niggas subscribe for real. But now I'm locked. I was really locked this year.
No better person to look at in this new expansion of this approach with the professor lineup than the person who won Professor of the Year in Ludwig.
This is an example of 2 separate videos that I've done. One where I recorded the intro beforehand, the other one where the intro is just from the stream. Look at the difference, bro. 70% of people were watching at the 1 minute, 12 second mark, and I recorded the intro. That was the Magic Chameleon one you just saw. The other intro, 41%. More than half the people left a minute in. By the way, that's a 2-hour video.
Not only did Ludwig create some PowerPoints about some general concepts,
That nigga a
and
fucking
ideas when it comes
genius,
to content creation,
I'll
but he
find a way to get my
actually
shit
did a
done.
real deal deep dive into the
Matter of fact, I might have to
pitfalls that a
rewatch
lot
it
of
while I'm like
content
off
creators
stream.
top down into. If you have not, I suggest that you watch all of Ludwig's segments from top to
No
top.
way,
He
I
looked at
took 30
people's
minutes just to
individual
react to
channels and
music.
gave them advice.
Works for YouTube, your YouTube's bad though.
How can I improve it? Can you give me a 30-second rundown?
What an effort, you don't try. What do you do for your YouTube?
I think of ideas for streaming, I double dip.
Like, does the editor take it, or do you go, hey editor, we're gonna do this. This is how I wanna package it. Or do you just fucking let them do their
I
thing?
let him do his thing.
Every single week, I get into a call with every single one of my editors. I tell them the game plan for that week.
And in an act that almost brought me to tears, he even advocated for those behind the scenes when it comes to creating content, helping the creators get their content out to the world.
Because you lost someone really good. It's not easy to find a good editor. You could have had an awesome editor. He would have devoted to you all his time, his life. He would have crushed it. You fucked up.
I'm a crumb.
So now you have to find another editor. You have to give them a reasonable workload. And then if they're good, you hold on to them and you pay them what they're worth. You know what my editors make?
How much?
Hundreds of thousands.
His advice matters because it came from years, and I do mean years of creating content.
I like what he said because he's even like it may sound like he being a dick, but he being real with it. He not being disrespectful. He's still being real with it, and I really fuck with that. Like, you know what I'm saying, some people be disrespectful while telling the truth. OJ, I mean, he didn't tell the truth, but he was being bad disrespectful. But like Ludwig, like he kept it real, and he didn't even have to be disrespectful about it. He just gave it to him straight as fuck. He ain't do no extra shit. That's the problem. Niggas do extra shit while trying to tell the truth or lie. He just give it straight. He just, nigga. You know what I'm saying?
Building live events and consistently creating good performing content. He challenged the generic motivational content of consistency, dream it, wish it, want it, do it that a lot of these YouTube gurus and advice people give out. Believing in yourself doesn't automatically mean that people are going to watch your content or that you even made good content. And consistency does not help when someone repeatedly makes content viewers don't want to watch. But it wasn't just him. Streamer Senna did a really good job in her performance as a teacher by talking about the importance of building a network as a way to further your career as a content creator.
I was doing good in 2023. I got viewers, you know what I mean? I was sitting at like 2K, whatever. I did that collab with Aja, changed my life. And from there, I met Ray, I met Kai, I met everyone. And I kept meeting all these people that I'm still friends with to this day, okay? Not only did I make friends and make networking connections, I grew and we all grew. You know what I mean? It was amazing. Aja and I did our Zombies marathon. We both hit sub records. The reason I bring that up is because leeching is a term that I think has ruined streaming because y'all are so scared to like interact with one another and you don't want to like piss each other off, and it will ruin your time here. Because that's what this is for.
Mind you, for the most part, this is a classroom full of small creators taking in this advice. And small creators constantly say they need connections. They need the bigger name to make content with them. And if you look at that Aisha Sophie video that we talked about just a couple days ago, this is the exact class that she needed, even though she did get this lesson IRL from Senna. But overall, while the smaller creators are saying that they need these connections in order to go big,
I need to
they
change
don't
my
necessarily
name.
know
My,
how to establish that
stream
connection.
name.
She opened up
Oh,
the idea that a
up.
connection won't just build a career
Just
for
call
you,
my
but maybe
Henry,
a
fuck
stepping
it.
stone of it all, but what you do after that is very important. Overall, this year's professors covered different areas of the industry that are pivotal to being a greater content creator instead of just giving this broad general advice about content creation. The classes felt way more intentional because each professor is teaching from something they have personally experienced. And I think that bringing in the experienced creators gave the students access to better information, but Streamer University became more valuable because ultimately those lessons expanded well beyond the classroom. Instead of just telling students how to be successful, professors like Agent literally put them through exercises that forced them to think and operate like real creators.
Yo, Josh. Yeah. I need to tell you before this experience is over. Change your name, bro. Change it? Take the f***ing part out, but take the f***ing out, though.
It's a V.
I'm not calling you flipping Josh, right? So I saw fucking Josh, you fucking Josh to me. But eventually, you know, you're gonna be fucking broke because you can't get no fucking brand deals. So you want to get a fucking brand deal, you know what I'm saying? They're not gonna want to fuck with a fucking Josh, even if you're a great fucking dude.
I mean, that's just solid advice. You remember in school, you had that one professor that was strict about the hours that they were operating. You might have had questions when you got home or over the weekend, but you couldn't really give communication to them. But then you probably had that one professor that was willing and able to answer emails.
I ain't gonna lie, bro. a lot of people don't like it, but I just like when people are straightforward like that. Like a lot of people, like when I was wrestling, my favorite coach was shout out to him, but my favorite coach was Coach Duro. Niggas ain't niggas in my class did not like that nigga. He was like, man, I don't want that strict ass motherfucker. He take everything. I'm like, nigga, he keep it to you. He keep it to you straight, nigga. I always fucked with that. He was dead one of my favorite coaches. I hated when that nigga left. And then he want to come back like a year later or 2 years later. But I was like, man, this fuck. I was like, this nigga.
If you saw them out in public, you were able to ask them
I'm
questions.
straight mad as fuck.
around
Like, this
school and stuff
motherfucker.
like that. Those were the best professors. And
This
AEW
old ass bald
and a lot of
motherfucker.
the other streamer professors
buddies.
at
I love
Streamer
him, though.
University
It's all
were
love.
exemplifying what a good professor should be. Agent took his role as professor extremely seriously. His presentations / classes were informative, and they put things into perspective for the students. Agent was teaching them that it's beyond the viral clips and the larger viewer counts. Successful content usually requires planning, structure, packaging, collaboration, and clear reason for a viewer to stay and for a brand to connect with you. But outside of the random advice that he would give to content creators that were walking around
Shit by name
the,
Tom
the
Henry. Fuck
campuses
it.
and stuff like that, I think
Tom
one of the
Henry.
best things that he did is take an idea that I know from personal experience that Agent loves and bring it to the main stage
His
in
joy.
his content creator Shark Tank.
Hi, Sharks.
So my name is Clarence NYC.
I'm Fumi Bean.
I'm Coach Corey, and I'm Pudgy.
Today we're going to present The Great Reset, which is a 7-day course of resetting your mind, reclaiming your body, and reinventing your style.
All right, it's a no for me, dog.
I heard your idea. I love the premise. I believe in the concept, but it's a very expensive concept. It's a no for me.
Agent loves this Shark Tank idea, guys. I think the activity forced content creators to critically think. I think a lot of the ideology and thought process behind content creation is just cut the camera on and go. Go out there, react, and do all these other things. Oh, I have this idea of a plan or a concept of a thought, and it's fire, so I want to go and execute it. But this class and this exercise, purposefully made content creators think about the logistics behind it all. Is this really doable? I have a budget of $10,000, I think was on the line. And can we get this done within budget? And in the example with the flipping Josh, he gave him solid and sound advice that sounds like a no-brainer, but again, because of what I said earlier, how content creators are just so on the go, spontaneous mindset, it never really connected with him until Agent said it. A simple name change can go so far. Just taking out some of the cursing or taking out some of the explicit content that you put out there can literally separate you from making $0 in brand deals to, hundreds of thousands or a limitless amount of money in brand deals. Based off of that clip that we had seen, it seemed like nobody had ever even forced Josh to critically think about what may be the consequences of having in your name as opposed to something totally different. Josh could have had the best content in the world and it would have all had to have been funded by his own pockets and never with sponsorship dollars, simply due to the fact that Nickelodeon, Adidas, Puma, or whoever wouldn't be willing to tie their name to somebody with a curse word in the name.
But eventually, you're gonna be fucking broke because you can't get no brand deals. So you want to get a fucking brand deal, you know what I'm saying? They're not gonna want to fuck with a fucking Josh, even if you're a great fucking dude.
And that's why the university aspect of it is all so important. This stuff expanded so far beyond the class. The way that the professors moved this year made content creation become more of a universal lifestyle 24/7 talking point, as opposed to, hey, we're attending this hour-long class here. Once we leave, we can kind of put that stuff to the back of our minds.
I always forget, this nigga Arky was not supposed to be Yo, this nigga Arky became Bonnie's cameraman and just chilled and just stayed for the last day. Yo, this nigga was supposed to big go. That nigga was supposed to leave with the alumni. That nigga Dale was like, hey, you need a cameraman, Bonnie? That nigga though really like he was slick. I ain't gonna lie, he was successful though. I can't even hate. Respect.
I think the best part of all of it was that the flipping Josh, or whatever his new name is, was receptive of the idea.
Oh, he already changed it. Oh, yeah. Nigga.
Hey, gotta let the really goats, man.
Hell yeah, bro. I love that for you, man.
It shows that Josh is more coachable. And I think that being coachable doesn't mean just taking the content creator says for 100% face value. It means considering the criticism, understanding the logic behind what it says, and then changing only if the advice then makes sense. I like the Shark Tank idea because it was a realistic look at what happens when ideas meet actual criticism. Some concepts sounded cool and exciting until the judges kind of questioned the budget or execution or the audience and all that stuff. stuff.
This idea feels like a bunch of ideas conjoined together. I actually have the very unique experience of doing something like this, like a weight loss marathon. We did it for 10 days, and we made the mistake of spending a ton of money on things that we did not need to spend money on. It did not add much to the actual content. The loss was worth it. It was phenomenal content, but I'm not gonna do something that crazy again unless the price justified a thing.
But the impact of Streamer University cannot be measured by one change that's made while you're at the event. The real results show when the streamers go home and have to apply those lessons that they learned in real time.
Yo, bro, what I don't want to hear is 8 months from now when Kai's booting up his next Streamer University, damn, man, all the people from this Streamer University didn't take it seriously. You got the opportunity to come here. Do you know how rare this is? You are on one of the coolest events ever hosted in streaming history, and you're giving it your all while you're here. And then you're gonna go home, and the expectation is you're gonna continue to give it your all. So I need y'all to really take this seriously. Streaming is fun, but the same way basketball is fun, hoopers are expected to hoop when hooping might not be that fun, when they gotta relax, when they might be hurt, when they might be tired, when there might be stuff going on in their lives. So, you know, streaming's not the hardest job in the world, but the more seriously you take it, I guarantee you will see way, way more dividends.
At this point, Kai Cenat and the other professors at Streamer University have given these students exposure, mentorship, networking, and practical experience. And
I think my biggest problem, I just didn't know how to talk. I didn't know how to talk. Like when I was at DreamCon, my friend kept forcing me to talk to people. I was like, I want to, but it's like, I just like being by myself. It's not like it's not like I like being by myself. It's just like, bro, I'm like, nigga, fuck I gotta say. You know what I'm saying? I ain't got shit to say, nigga. What's up, nigga? Like I met niggas. I really met niggas do vibes. I mostly met niggas do vibes. Holy yeah. Oh, Drico, I swear to God, I bet niggas do vibes, guys. I swear to God.
Access to millions of viewers. Streamer University now looks bigger
Shit
than
funny,
some
bro.
sort of
Shit's too
creator
funny.
event, but more streaming boot camp or content
Barely
creation
talk, just
slash
vibe.
development program. But at the end of the day, Kai Cenat cannot give these streamers and content creators the discipline or the consistency or the audience retention or a clear creator identity. And he also can't force them to take the lessons that they learned while they were there back home to the crib and then apply them in real life. The real test comes now. Streamer University's last day is today, and going forward, they will have to take all the notes, all of the videos, and all of the things that they learned while they were on campus and apply
This is very
them
fun to
in real
watch,
life.
though.
Mind you, the audience that they once saw, based off of the statistics that Ludwig brought to the forefront, will most likely dissipate. The people that they built relationships with will go on to their own corners of the map and most likely burrow into their own attempt at becoming some sort of big content creator. And this is where you need to really focus in on developing relationships and maintaining them, developing those good habits and maintaining them, and work on the craft with the tools and skills that you were given during these past few days at Streamer University. They need to develop the formats and storylines that work without the major creators being around them. They need to turn that temporary exposure into people who return regularly. Last year, Streamer University proved that it could produce entertaining content, but this year's Streamer University, to me, proved that it can develop better creators. The event can provide the education, they can provide all the resources, they can provide the tips.
I definitely feel like I learned a lot more.
The students are then responsible
here
for what happens afterwards. And I think it would be
But I don't want to be too real because it was the first try. Niggas was you know I want to say niggas was bullshit, but niggas was like, hey man, I'm gonna teach something. I'm gonna get content out of it. It was respect. Ludwig said I'm gonna get content, but I'm gonna still, you know what I'm saying, teach niggas. DG and Ben was, I mean, I would never say they was bullshitting, but they was, you know what I'm saying, they was having fun a lot. This nigga dirty backing and tricking class. That shit too funny. And it was hilarious. Both class was hilarious. They did their thing. There's a reason why he got MVP. They did their fucking thing. But this, like, it felt like with the professor, they was, I'm gonna actually help the smaller creators more. Not really. I fucked with both of them. I ain't gonna lie. I don't give a fuck what anybody say. Niggas wanna be like, hey man, this shit all scripted. This shit bullshit. It's planned out. So I don't care. I just want to be entertained. Nigga, entertain me. I don't give a fuck about this shit scripted or not, but if I cared if it was scripted, then I don't know, nigga. I mean, I don't expect it to be improv all the time. I don't expect it to be scripted all the time. I just like what I see.
decent litmus test to judge Streamer University based off of the streamers who succeed and continue to grow once they leave the campus. And I think that's what makes this year so different than last year. The biggest criticism of last year's Streamer University was that it was filled with just content and the school part was missing out. The school was more of like a place and space for the content event to be held as opposed to it actually teaching people how to maintain viewership and get real life lessons. This year, I do believe that Kai Cenat addressed that criticism. He took what Agent 00 did last year in his class that made him win Professor of the Year and implement that into other professors that he would bring in who would have their own expertise about how to be better content creators. Ludwig gave students...
I still didn't expect Ray to have a class. I don't think Ray's expected him to have a class. I think he just wanted to be a guidance counselor. And when I was watching him, he was actually giving out advice. Something I really fuck with Rage and Kai because they went to so many other streamers and they paused on this, but they bounced off them so well. It's like it's so different. There's so many different fucking personalities they have to interact with, and they cook with all of them. Like it was literally a 1-2 punch. Like Kai went on everybody. I don't know if he went on everybody's stream, but he probably did, and he was making content with them just naturally. Rage was doing that shit too. And I really fuck with that. That was amazing, bro.
An honest reality check. Senna taught them how relationships create opportunities. Agent explained the strategy behind successful content and forced students to defend their ideas. Streamer University feels much, much closer to their namesake as opposed to just, you know, a place and space where people get their content on. It's not because it has the classrooms, not because it has famous creators, all professors, but because the lessons could genuinely...
I never saw Lizzo's class, though. 2 classes I never saw. I never saw Dude's class and I never saw Lizzo's class. I didn't really watch the students this year. I'm not gonna lie. I don't think. And the sex ed teacher. Shit, I watched I Love Puzzles more than the sex ed teacher. Ain't gonna lie. And T-Pain. Well, T-Pain, no, he was a club director.
Improve a student's career. And I'll say this to any student who may be watching this video that just attended Streamer University. I don't think that people really realize how much people would pay to sit in the position that they sit in. And not just from a perspective
nigga, aren't you no, it'll be his name.
Of exposure, but I myself would pay tons of money to have Agent 00 look at
Yo, the amount of times that nigga Lacey got pulled out of his chair is actually hilarious. I did that one girl pulled his leg. We ain't gonna talk about that though. Yeah, but the amount of times this nigga got pulled out his chair, shit crazy.
And give it criticisms. To have Ludwig look at my channel and give it criticisms. To have Senna talk about, you know, how I can network better. Those things are so invaluable and for the most part inaccessible. You can't just DM these people for the feedback. Trust me, I have tried. Not specifically to these creators, but just the general sentiment. So please don't take
everybody. Hey, cool. What you
lightly, because this can be life-changing. Bigger than the moment of you getting a jacket that said you went to Streamer University, but the $1 million worth of game that you literally got while on campus.
Hell yeah, bro. This shit. All right, W video, man. Shout out to OBC. Bro, I got a lot of videos on him on my channel. Like, here, hell no. He made good content. I'm gonna watch. Damn. I'm gonna get there soon, chat. Don't worry. But W video, I love y'all. Let's do it.